Hello, and welcome to another little video here. This is my third video that I've done, and I did another poll on my Instagram page, and it seemed like people wanted to hear about friendships. So I wanted to talk about my experience with friendships, what I've learned, and how I've coped with a lot of, I guess, friendship drama, I guess, or meeting new friends and such like that. So I've been reading this book called Girl Code, and it's Unlocking the Secrets to Success, Sanity, and Happiness for the Female Entrepreneur. And this book is amazing. It's by Kara Leba. I'm sorry if I'm not saying that right. But anyways, there's a lot of information in this book. A lot of like motivation, inspiration, all that stuff. But there's the chapter in here that really spoke to me, and it was called Chapter 6, There's No Time for Bullshit When You're Building an Empire. So, and one of the very first things in this book, it says, it's impossible to reach your goals when toxic people and energy vampires surround you. And for me, what that meant was, no matter how hard you're working or how successful you can be, there's always going to be people who aren't going to support you. They might act like they support you, but deep down they don't. And I mean, it'll show in comments that they make, when they're not cheering you on, or, when you're doing something and you hit a milestone or you hit a goal and they're just not supportive. They're not excited about it. They're just like, oh, that's cool. Like, you're supposed to be my friend. Like, you're supposed to be excited for me, not like, you can tell when people aren't supportive of you, basically is what I'm trying to say. So it also said in here that really, really hit a spot for me is, as we evolve, it brings up stuff for other people, big stuff, and it's not always pretty. And, for example, when I, left my ex, filed for divorce, I had several friends that all of a sudden just switched and weren't either supportive of my choice. However, they said they were, but they tried either persuading me to do this or telling me that they, had more faith in my marriage than I did, or that you're making the wrong choice, you're this, you're that, you're this, and, for several years, those friends sat beside me and either listened to me cry my eyes out, listened to me break down and say all the stuff that was hurting me and were there supporting me. But then when it came down for me to make my decision, it was like, oh no, you can't do that. Like, no, you can't do that. You're making a huge mistake, which in turn, it was the best mistake of my life. But what I think is, a lot of people, if someone experiences, if one of their friends experience some kind of like life-altering choice, and it's something that like shakes you and makes you like really question like your marriage, your life or life choices, then you can project that onto that person. And what happened for me was that I felt like, a couple friendships that I lost was because they felt like, maybe their relationship or their marriage was suffering. And, they looked at my divorce as, oh shoot, this is real. This could happen. Like, I need to step back from that person because obviously they're toxic maybe. And, they're doing that for their life. I don't want that. Like, that could happen or something. And then they focus on their marriage more and then completely cut that person out, which whatever. It is what it is. But when you're friends with somebody and you think you're friends with that person and they completely like just disregard your feelings and disregard your choices, it's hurtful. And ultimately you lose that friendship. And like I said, I lost several friendships in this divorce. A lot was because of just drama, rumors, lies, and the fact that the girl code, like surprisingly girl code, if you're a girl, then you know about girl code. Like, obviously that just went out the window. So basically, you know, something that alters your life, you know, brings up a lot of stuff for other people. Like, if I had a friend, like, while I was still married and going through the feelings of I wanted to leave, like, I'm so unhappy, I'm so miserable, what do I do, you know? And I had a friend who maybe was going through the same things, and then they ended up leaving their husband. I would have been like, oh my gosh, like, if they can do it, I can do it too. And like, then maybe that would have given me strength, you know? But a lot of people could have been like, I can't do that, I can't do that, I can't do that, and freaked out. And instead of, you know, supporting me, they were more like projecting their feelings onto me and projecting their reality onto me. So ultimately, that still ended the friendship, because someone that isn't supportive, you know, chooses sides, or basically just cuts off somebody because of their life changes, wasn't a friend to begin with. That's how I feel. Another thing is, one of the biggest issues that surfaces for women entrepreneurs is a change in friendship and relationship dynamics. This person says, I've had countless clients come to me for coaching who have either lost touch with, or had major drama with friends they were once close to. You will evolve. Not everyone will get it. Evolve anyways. So this comes to also about like my business choices. Like, you know, I joined Monet, I joined a direct sales company. I worked my butt off. I was successful. Like, I got big really fast. You know, I was making really good money, really like quickly, like right off the bat. I was making pretty good money. Earned my Cadillac within a few months. Ended up getting my Cadillac, you know, and for years I've had friends, you know, oh, you get this, you have it easy, you don't have to worry about money, blah, blah, blah. And like, again, it was something that was stemmed within them, like jealousy or enviness, or, you know, just, I guess, just wishing that maybe they had that life, which, I mean, I still worked hard, and I still, you know, I didn't get anything handed to me, but with that evolving of my life, I felt like other people didn't take it very well. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm not, I don't know, because there was no communication. And, you know, you can tell, like I said before, like, you can see right through someone who's not supportive. Like, I got my Cadillac, and I had a friend that was like, that's cool. You know, not, that's awesome, I'm so proud of you. Like, something a good, true friend would say, but like, you just know that they weren't supportive, and they weren't rooting for you, cheering you on. It was more like they would rather see you fail than be successful. So, like I said, not everyone will get it. Not everyone will get the entrepreneur lifestyle. Not everyone will get you hustling for something. Not everyone will get you being successful in something that they're not. And that's life. That's what I've learned in my experience. Maybe that's something you've learned. Maybe that's something you've gone through. Here's something else. When it comes to friendships, those who love and support you will continue to do so even when life takes you in different directions. Some of my best girlfriends are moms of small children. I don't have kids, but I completely respect their path in life the way they respect mine. So basically, no matter what, your friends should support you. And if they don't support you, and they don't cheer you on, they don't, you know, recognize your achievements, then see ya. Like, there was something in here that I wanted to say that really like hit home to me. So basically, toxic people who don't support you, aren't worth it. Sorry, I dropped my bookmark. So that kind of friendships, those kind of relationships aren't worth your peace. Is not worth your peace of mind, is not worth your energy, is not worth your sacrificing your sanity, basically. If you're maintaining friendships that breed competition, negativity, or jealousy, you've got to let them go. I know it's complicated and it hurts, but allowing people in your life who do not make you better is a recipe for disaster. If you feel guilty over cutting someone loose, think about this. Do they feel guilty about treating you poorly? Probably not. You know, and The fact that, you know, I had friends that I thought were there for me, and then once I filed for divorce and started changing my lifestyle, it was like, I was like almost poison. It was like, I can't be friends with her anymore. She made that life choice. I heard all this stuff about her. I heard all these rumors. I heard this, and this, without ever like coming to me and asking me about it. It was like, just drop her. So to me, that was like, you know what? If the roles were reversed and that was happening to them, I wouldn't do that. I would be like, hey, like I heard this happened. I want you to know I'm here for you. I had friends that I thought were friends with for like years that when I filed for divorce, like never reached out to me. Never said anything like, hey, I hope you're doing okay. Let me know if you need anything. I'm here for you. I know you're going through maybe a hard spot right now. Nope. Just simply nothing. And to me, I'm like, I should not reach out to people about how I should not reach out to people saying, I'm okay, I'm doing all right, like I'm fantastic actually. I did file for divorce and my life is so much better. Like, I don't know, I just feel like as a friend, if one of my good friends, that happened to them, I would have reached out and would have been like, you know, but no, I had friends that just cut, just whatever. So I took that as they were never my friends to begin with, and I don't need those kinds of relationships, friendships in my life if they're not going to bring me peace or happiness or support. And, you know, I had friends in the past. I've lost friends because I've been friends with somebody else. And that in and of itself is just I don't know how to say this, but it's just basically a reflection on their maturity. So if you're friends with somebody and they're friends with somebody that you don't necessarily care for, and you end that friendship because of that person's other friendship, then like reevaluate your life. Like, I'm not trying to be mean, but you never think that you can control anybody, control their friendships or relationships, anything. And if you want to cause issues with your friend because of them being friends with somebody else, then you're not a friend. Like, you are not supportive enough of that friend to, you know, respect their choices, respect their other friendships. So I've had that happen before, and just a lot of friendships that I thought were friendships ended up being just not what I thought it was. I had friends who chose my ex over me, which, I mean, being friends with people for like literally years, 10, 20 years, and having them basically support your ex over your friendship. I mean, that happened too. And it's just, I guess it's just lessons learned. Like, and I'm also at an age right now where I'm 30. Like, I don't have time to have to like basically alter my feelings for somebody, which, I mean, like I said, I'm still supportive and loving towards my friends, but if you just disregard my feelings altogether, my emotions and what I'm going through, then like I said, just let them go. And they say, I don't know who says it, but they say you find out who your true friends are in big changes of your life, and that is 1,000 bajillion times true. Friends that I did have, that I still have to this day, those friendships have grown incredibly. I've reconnected with other friends in the past that I've kind of maybe lost touch with, and the relationships now are so strong, so deeply rooted in support, love, trust, loyalty, honesty, that like I think I had to let some friendships go so I could work on other ones that really meant something to me. And I was also able to focus on myself more and like my new relationship with the man that I'm madly in love with, and focus more on my business. I think a lot of times I focus a lot more on other people's crap and other people's drama. That's not how friendship should be. Like, you should not solely like just live your life around someone else's drama or what they're doing all the time. Like, that's not a friendship. That's a controlling thing. And I don't know. I've just learned a lot about friendships. I've said that word like a jillion times, but I've just learned a lot. And oh, there was one more thing I wanted to say about, where'd it go? About people basically just being awful to you. Anyone who would berate another person is miserable. They are unhappy, they are insecure, and they are most likely hurt in some way. This does not give them the right to torture you, but hear me out. Hurt people hurt other people. I can safely bet that if you're reading this book, you've never behaved this way, but many do. There are so many people who are living their lives as victims, blaming the world for their problems, and sometimes even blaming you. Does this mean you did anything to them? Not at all. But sometimes we can piss someone off by just being ourselves. And I'm gonna close this with that, because when you piss people off by just being yourselves, well, that's not on you, that's on them. And if people are going to take to social media platforms and to degrade you and berate you, make fun of you, cause drama over you, or just be shitty people, then that's on them. That is not a reflection of you. That is a reflection of them. So if you've had friendships where people are just downright shitty to you, talk shit about you, then they're not your friends. And they never were. And you don't need that kind of crap in your life. And even if some people might down the road apologize and be your friend again, don't forget. You can forgive, but don't forget. Because if that's how they are, that's how they'll always be. And that's the kind of stuff that you just don't need in your life. I've learned it. I'm a lot happier from learning it. And I'm living my life a lot more peaceful, knowing who I can and cannot trust, who I know that I can and cannot depend on, and such. So if you've had past experiences with shitty ass friends and you are feeling down about yourself over it, just remember, it's more a reflection on them than it is on you. If they're mean to you, crappy to you, it's how they're just miserable people. They're unhappy, they're miserable, and that's that. And it pisses people off when you evolve and you're successful and you're happy. And if those people are those kind of people that are in your life, get rid of them. Cut them out. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this wasn't so I don't know, but this is what I've learned, my experiences, and I've moved on with my life knowing that I've lost friends that weren't friends to begin with. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.